This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Right. The tokens in or like so this is a feature designed to implement the CSS parameter in one place, CSS values, and we can use it in multiple components. So once you define a CSS value, and you can use it in multiple components. When it says CSS value, then we have a CSS parameters. We can say properties, right? Suppose we say color, right? So this is your CSS property, name, value type of format, name and value type. Okay, so the value type, the value is going to be declared in one place, and we call them as a token. And wherever I'm going to use this value, for example, I say here with help of the tag, I'm going to create the token or a token. It has name and value parameter attribute. Suppose I say division color, and the value equal to blue. So like that I declare the value as a token and give the name for the token. I give the name for the token. Right, so we declare the CSS value and given the name. So we consider this as a token. And this is my CSS element in my bundle. For example, this is a style element in my bundle. Every component has a style element, right? Every component has a style element. So where you declare our styles like a class like this, isn't it? And a class name, you give some class name. For example, I give the class name box, and here we have all the necessary CSS properties. Suppose I'm going to give the color, then I will give the color here. So instead of giving the color hard-coded value here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to refer this token. Div, sorry, when you refer the token, then you have to start with token, the keyword token, and like a method call, token, and then you give color. So this is one we are through which we are referring here. So if a similar box is used multiple places, this is another component. So this is my component A, and this is my component B, and I have a component C. Okay, suppose in every component UI, I'm going to display some form. Okay, every component UI, I'm going to display some form, and the form takes a background, a red color, for example. A form takes the background, a red color everywhere, because I'm going to use a similar form. And now all the look and feel of my form is going to be same, because I use a division color as a red. Okay, so later I change my background color. I would like to change my background color of that particular application to blue, right? If the value is specific to particular component, if the color property of a CSS is specific to particular component, then what you will do? You have to go and modify everywhere, right? Suppose this is not the case. You have a, instead of a token, if you have the hard coded value, then you have to go and everywhere you have to change, from red to blue, isn't it? That you have to do. But what I can do now, I just go to my token file. This is a token file. Okay, this is a file we are going to create, like you create your event file, like you create your application. Okay, in the developer console, we have an option to create a token. Able to follow this? We're going to create the token file. There is a file type called lightning tokens. The first token you have to create with default token. The file name should be default tokens. So this is this is a parent. This is a parent file always. This is a parent file name. It's going to be default tokens. So okay, we'll see how to create a child tokens and implement. But this is going to be the parent default tokens. So every other tokens file, if you like to create, that's going to inherit, extend it. That's it. Okay. So make sure you first create the default token file, and there you'll have a parameters. What are the parameters you like to display? So now I'm going to have a ARA token. So this is a tag allowed in the ARA tokens. This is a tag allowed in the ARA token, like this, and I say div color and the value as yellow. Right, I used here, and I'm going to implement this. Okay, just creating a component. One. Right, and here I'm going to use this token value. So I say color, and instead of hard coding the value, I'm going to refer that from the default tokens. So named token, we give the CSS value, and we give a name for that CSS value in the form of token. So I'm just going to refer token, like a method called like this. Okay, and so let's create. Right. So now I'm going to preview this. So just see this, the color of the text has changed. Right. So you just change this one place. Suppose this a token is being used in multiple components, all the places it will have an impact. It will change. So like this, if you have an application or any particular form or any application where the width of the application is designed to have a defined width, and it's used in multiple components, say 10 components, isn't it? So 10 components used, and you like to give the look and feel of the particular application to different look and feel, then you need to change in 10 components, right? So instead, I do have in one place all the look and feel of that particular component. Then I change in one place, it will reflect in every other place, right? We will follow this. We will follow this. Suppose I have a header component in my all my component header. In my application, there is a header component where I have the icons and the buttons, everything, right? And the look and feel, of the buttons and all my uh, style, all my style of my the header component is going to be declared in the tokens, right? So wherever I'm using this header is an important part of your application where it it gives a brand, right? It conveys the brand of your company. So when I change the brand, suppose I change the logo of my the logo of my company and the color of the logo and background, then everywhere that should be reflected, right? Everywhere that should be reflected. So I do not want to modify all the places. So else I just go and change the CSS token value in one place, and that will have reflect in multiple places, right? So in my component, the outer all applications, the outer the color, the frame color should be blue, right? So what we'll do normally, every component I will we have a CSS element there. Will give the framework as the frame, the border should be a blue color, right? When I would like to change all the components, the entire component in application to be a blue border, so that I will have a uniform look and feel for my company application, then what you will normally do, you have to hard code and modify every component, right? So which will save your time if you have a component, right? Which will save you a lot of time, instead of go and modify everywhere, and just modify in one place, the named component. So you name the component accordingly, right? Suppose I say border color, then I say border color, isn't it? And with respect to application, maybe you can give the name accordingly. So that's how you'll include a CSS value in the form of tokens and give the named value, name, and you refer the name like this. Able to follow this? Are you clear? You got the real implementation of this? Why you are going for tokens, both of you? In token, we cannot use multiple colors for each individual component. You can use just a named value. That's it. Like you hard code here, right? You can create n number of suppose you like to go with this one here. Okay, it's not just a color. You can have any type of properties you can declare. So I just go with the background color.
So Ranjit, here each individual we need to create one new token, right?
Yeah, for each CSS property you should have a token. Yes.
Okay. So here you are creating one more token for the background color.
It is just one token file. Default token is always going to be the parent file, within which we are going to declare multiple named value, token value. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So if I'm going to use here, then and you need not give the complete the whole name token. Instead, you can also use the short form of T also. It is also allowed. Like this, right? So so I'm going to refer this. I think you have to forget the say here. Right. So, right, I just given here. I use the same application to build this. I use the same application to build this, but if you'll use it in multiple places, right? You'll use it in multiple places. Where I'd like to bring my border of my header component, to be a uniform color everywhere, wherever I'm using that particular functional unit, right? Which is nothing but your component. So, so I just change in one place, and you will see it will reflect in multiple places. That is your, if right. So if I have, say for example, I have I have 100 components, you know, uh, and then I have 5 tokens, used in 100 components. Then I just have to change the 5 tokens to reflect all the 100 components. If we do not have tokens, then we have to modify 100 tokens properties, isn't it? Right? All the 100 components properties you have to modify. If you like to have a uniform, the style needs to be included in every components. Suppose every application, every component needs to have some border. Okay, like your Salesforce, right? Salesforce everywhere you have the same look and feel. That's right. That's implemented because of the component concept, token concept, right? So if you change in one place, then everywhere you go, you get a similar look and feel for the Salesforce. Everywhere you go, right? You see a similar look and blue color, right? You find it in every component, every places. So token is, way you can achieve this. You need not go and modify everywhere the properties, right? You modify in one place, to reflect in every other place. That's it. Will follow this? Are you clear? Okay. And it's not like default token is always going to be the file you are going to implement. So these where it behaves like a parent, the master component. But how about I have application, I have a number of tokens like this, right? Then how can you implement this type of a child token? How can you implement the child token? So let's create. I create an additional token. This is always going to be the token you should have in the name default token. This is defined the name default tokens. So now I'm going to have the child tokens, a custom child token A. I'm going to create one more. I give just all the properties in one place. Okay, then now we are going to use this. This is my child, right? Child. The child is going to. You should have a create a. You should have a connect the every token. You should connect every token. And which is a parent one? The default token, right? The default token is the parent one, and which has to extend child token A, and child token A has to extend child token B, right? So you see here. So in the default tokens, I'm going to my default namespace. See, if you have your own namespace, then you should give your namespace here. So custom, child token A, right? And similarly, in custom token A, if you are going to inherit this named value, if you are going to inherit this named, custom token child token B, you are going to inherit, then you have to just go to extend. So one extending another. That's it. One extending another. C colon child, isn't it? So one extending another. That's it. Able to follow this? Right. And here I just give how you can refer the tokens. How you can refer the tokens? Either T or token, isn't it? So now I use this. Background color. See what happens. like this. Okay, right, back from the way. See like this. Anyway, so try to we'll implement the tokens if we know if we have scope to implement in your project. Okay, so got it? Everybody follow this, all of you? We do that when we start LWC. Kiran. Okay, so how to implement this? There are 3 steps you have to follow. Okay, first thing, create a token file, name this default token, right? Let me create this. Okay, that's the first step, right? You have to define a default token file. The tokens created in the default tokens are automatically available in all the components in namespace. So whatever you created, that will be automatically available. That's it. Okay. So right. So you have to uh, go to file, right, and then new license. Sauraban, unmuted. Is there any question? Is there any question?
No, no question.
Okay. So right, that you have to do. Then example, if you give the file, name as like this. I don't include this now as of now. Like this. This is the default token file. Then this is going to be available in all the places. Okay, the token created in this default token file will be available in all the places. Okay, so how we are going to implement this? So just have to refer the component bundle. Suppose this is my component. This is my component. And component, then the style element. Refer the this. Okay, so the name or e token like this, right? Either you can declare like this, or else, or you can I think that you're given. Right? Both are same. Token. This is your, you have to do like this. So if it is um, extending token bundle, if you have child tokens, if you are going to use, you can extend from one bundle to another. Extending token bundles, you can extend one bundle to another. Okay, so that's what you have seen, isn't it? So you create the one bundle and the namespace, the parent bundle. Okay, yeah, that became a parent. Okay, token extends your namespace parent. Right, that's how we created, right? Uh, uh, token B became a parent when token A is extending a token B, and token B became a parent, isn't it? Like that, you extend one token to another. That's it. So, I do. As of now, I just given these nodes, standard nodes. And let's see if I can give a better node than this. I would also give that. Okay, right. So finally, you have to refer that in default token file, right? suppose I have a yeah, I have something like this. Like this. So I couldn't say it's a child. It can be a parent, right? Because anyway, let the naming convention let it be. And I just create one component. Name the component as like this. Okay, so this is a token file. Token name. So we are going to finally use these tokens in your default token. The default token. Let us extend this. Correct. Follow this colon like this. Okay. Suppose if you are creating another a parent, you can say it's a parent, right? Because your class extend the parent, extend this one like this, right? So suppose I have another file like this. The
Ranjit, I have small doubt here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
here the
right.
last second one in the child. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Ma.
So while creating child token, we need to extend the namespace colon and default class, right, which we created initially.
No. The default class, this is where you finally connected one token. So from here it goes like a chain.
Okay.
You know?
But in the document it says like namespace the dot parent parent token, right?
That's what I told you.
In the
It's
document.
not. Its name is given like that. When you give the extend, it means it's like a parent only. But I given a for to make you to understand better. We consider this as a parent and everything as a child. But this is how it works. It's a parent. It's a parent token. You can say parent token. File name I just given like this. You're right.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Okay, we given the file name according.
Okay.
Put mute again. Put mute. Take. So the parent name. You have to extend parent like this, right? So when you practically implement this, you'll see uh, default name tokens. It's mandatory. Okay, default name tokens is mandatory. You cannot change it. It's always going to be default name only. Default name, default tokens, default tokens. Okay, and, okay. Did I? I upload all the notes for you. Is there anything I missed? Override action I missed? Oh, okay, I don't give the day here. Let me change it later. But I uploaded the file, I guess. I didn't change the name. Day, which day we are in. I need to check and update it accordingly. Okay. Okay. And right, the other one, what I would like to, uh, you know, cover today quickly, lightning out. Okay, lightning out. How can you take your lightning component? How can you take your lightning component outside the lightning experience? The lightning component can be, lightning component. Now, currently we are implementing in lightning experience, right? Currently we are implementing lightning experience. So whatever the component we created, we have so far implemented as a tab, implemented in record homepage, isn't it? So how can we use this, take this lightning outside the lightning experience? Example, your visual force page, right? How can we implement the lightning component outside the lightning experience? Okay, so there are few steps you need to follow in order to take this component outside the lightning experience. Example, in visual force page, how can you use this in visual force page? Okay, see here, we're using lightning components in visual force page. So there are three steps you need to follow. One is first you create a lightning application, and the lightning application has to extend the lightning out app. It has to extend another application. Another application is standard application, LTNG:out app. It's a standard application, belongs to standard namespace LTNG. Got me? So you have to create an application, and the application has to extend another standard application, LTNG:out app. So this is the first step in order to use your lightning outside your lightning experience, right? So then, which component you are going to extend? Which component you are going to use outside the lightning experience? So that component you are going to include as a dependency in the lightning application. Okay, in the form of dependency, Aura dependency. So what this will do, you check here. Okay, so this will when the application is loaded, when the application is loaded, the application what we created. So suppose this application we created, and this is a dependency. This is a component we are going to use outside the lightning experience. Then what will happen? When Aura dependency included, when application this application is loaded, this will initialize which component you are going to implement. So that's what. No, it's initialized using lightning out. It loads all the definition of this component, whatever the definition is given in the component, right? Whatever the UI definitions is given, everything will be loaded when you include this Aura dependency. I'm not going to include every component, right? I'm going to take out this component alone. So you give like this. Then, so this is the first step. Able to follow this? This is the first step. Okay. Right. Suppose so there is a component, my app component. Right. There is a component called my app component. Okay. Let's quickly get on demo. I'm sorry. What happened to others? Really, after the weekend, many people are joining, right?
Yeah, I messaged him in group, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Eh, say for VF page component 1. Okay, this is from VF page component, lightning component, and so this is the one I'm going to use it in my Visual Force page. Then I would create an application. I first create an application. Okay, I name the application VF page app. So what is the first rule that I extend in colon out app, correct? Then you have to include our dependency, and here you're going to refer this file. Right now, this now this can be implemented outside the writing experience, right? And I believe access should be global. Okay, access should be global because it takes outside, right? But here we are Salesforce Lightning platform is same, but interface is different, right? Anyway, we are taking outside the Lightning experience, so access believe may not be global, but to be on safer side, just put access equal to global. Now, how we are going to use this? What are the steps involved? Okay, so this is a component we created. Example, this is a component we created, and then you must create the second step. Here, step 2. This is step 1. Maybe this is step 1. So implement your page. Okay, what are the steps involved? This is the component name. Right, so this first step, create a Lightning app, include the component using our dependency. Right, hope you are clear, right, in this step. Step 3, sorry, step 2, go to your Salesforce page, go to Salesforce page. I just refer the standard notes for you. That's it. I know what I can explain, but for you, I'm just referring to the book so that you can refer it back later. So in your Visual Force page, these are steps you need to follow. First step, there are 3 steps, to follow this. First thing, you need to add the JavaScript library in your Visual Force page. What is JavaScript library? Include Lightning. Okay, so add the Lightning component to Visual Force JavaScript library to your Visual Force page using this statement. Include Lightning. So I just go to the Visual Force page. First, I'll include this. Okay. First, you include this, then and create a reference that declares it. Create and reference a Lightning app that declares your component reference. So write a JavaScript function. Write a JavaScript function. This is what you are going to do here. Okay. So okay, that's create dependency. You already done it, right? You already done it. So in Visual Force page, what you are going to do? Follow the below, items. Right. So I don't do this. Just say okay. Add JavaScript library, then this one. So this note should be better, able to follow this. So now within your script, you're going to have a JavaScript function. So how we are going to call this function? I'm going to call this from, say for example, from any event, right? And on click or on complete. On complete will not refresh. So just go with on complete. So now you're going to create the component dynamically. On click of this function, you're going to include this component dynamically, existing component. Okay. So we are going to create this component. How are we going to create this component? We are going to create this component through this application, right? We are going to use this component, create this component through this application. So the first thing, how we are going to refer that application, right? So there is a lightning.use. Lightning.use is a global, jQuery. You can say it's a global variable, right? Dollar. The dollar is a global function. So lightning.use. See here, lightning.use, and a comma. You're going to have a functional call inside. First, let me explain like this. Okay, and this is a function. Right, and you refer this C colon. So what is the lightning app name? BF Save. Okay, fine. Lightning app, and then the next, the next one is going to be your a function, and here in the function, within the function, so this is where you're going to create the component dynamically. Lightning dot. So creating component, you remember dynamically creating component as uh, 4 attributes, right? One is which component you're going to include. Okay, and whether component has any attribute. If you have attributes, then you can give, or else you just give null or basis. Okay, able to follow this? Okay, and come down here. It has an attribute, you give that attribute, and then where you like to include this component. When I click on this button, somewhere you need to include this component, right? So that my the content of the component. Where is it? Yeah, this should be included in my Visual Post page, right? So where you like to include? So I say I'm going to include a division here, and I name the division. I give some ID for the division. Okay, I give some division ID as 1. So here what I'm going to include that. So that ID I'm going to give here as a third parameter. You able to follow this? You able to follow this? The first thing we created the we use lightning use and refer that application, and within the function we have a the lightning create component we call, and which takes the 4 argument. Your component name, no parameters, so give null, and where you like to include that ID you're referring. Then the callback function. We know what is callback function, right? One is the once the component is created, then what needs to be done. Okay, what needs to be done? So any name you can give here, and what needs to be performed. You will follow this, all of you? Right. Now I say, for our example, I say component is today. Yeah. So after created this component inside the lightning visual course page, then you get this. Okay. Right. And this entire lightning out app should be included within form tag. That is, yeah, even you use sorry, even use command button, right? Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. Command button must be used, right? Now, anything else? I think we can create it. Okay. Say command one. I think it came. Right. We're able to get this. Sorry. Okay, you got it? You follow this? So let's have a quick examples tomorrow, if possible, with more additional functionality. Right now, I just include this for your reference. No, this one. Right. So okay, I'm running short of time. I'll include more detailed notes. Modify these and upload, and I'll finish off all the pending notes today and upload it right. Right. See you tomorrow. Take care. You can call me